Hi, my name is Callie Pomplin, and today I want to talk about why student loans should be forgiven. Here is my audience. There are several different reasons why I believe this would benefit a lot of people. Since you need a college education to get a degree for a better paying career, you should be able to get your education for free or have your student loans forgiven. Once you obtain your degree, imagine not having to pay back your student loans. There is currently $1.9 trillion in student loan debt. Student loans are mostly for students who are unable to pay for their education out of pocket. There are three main points that I would like to talk about in this speech and why student loans should be forgiven. There would be less debt to society. People are more likely to stay in school or go back to school if their loans were forgiven. And it would help the economy. First, I want to talk about how student loans would help lessen debt to society. Those who are low or middle class won't have the worry of debt after they graduate. Students would be more inclined to go to college and obtain a degree. They will be an asset to society if they have a higher education. Life would be a lot less stressful without student loans hanging over our heads after we graduate. You will be able to maintain a better way of living, and you won't have to worry about those student loans affecting your credit score. With that being said, it will be easier to obtain a mortgage loan or even a car loan. Your credit score is important to obtain a loan in case an emergency arises. The cost of higher education is the fastest rising cost in America. Today, I want to talk about why people would be more likely to return to school knowing their debts would be forgiven. You wouldn't have to worry about repayment, and you would be able to plan for a family without having this debt as a burden. Students can go to school without having to stress about working several jobs to pay back the loan. Going to school is already stressful enough without having to think about the debt we are incurring. Student loans are a big reason why students drop out of college. Thinking to yourself about the huge amount of debt you will accumulate during school and having to work several jobs in order to support yourself through school is also another big cause. Student loans are a big reason young graduates drop out. We wouldn't have to worry about the interest that is racking up on our loans. Finally, I want to talk about why not having to pay back student loans would help the economy. Not having to add the extra debt into the total debt owed by Americans would help. It raises the standard as a country as a whole and would attract a lot of people to want to go to college. It would also reduce the impact of wage inequality. We wouldn't have to fight anymore for fair wages. There would also be no more lack of jobs. You also wouldn't have to worry about your paychecks being garnished because of student loan debt. There would be a less amount of Americans that would need help with government assistance. There has been talk about why people think student loans shouldn't be forgiven. In order to qualify for loan forgiveness, you have to make 120 on-time qualifying payments. That's 10 years worth of payments. Also, if you qualify, you'll be hit with a big tax bill. You will still have to pay taxes on the balance of your student loan that is to be forgiven. I personally believe that the pros outweigh the cons in this particular situation. I will definitely be looking into this after graduation, and you should too.